Hi, Smriti.
Hey, I just would love to hear your journey with us, especially your daughter's, right? You came to us with her issues. Can you talk about what she was struggling with? Where were you when you came to me? Because I remember it was an emergency meeting you had asked for,
Yes,
and that's
absolutely. The first time that I contacted you, you had given me an appointment after 2 months. But probably after reading my Instagram message, it was really kind of you to revert immediately and look into her case, because she's a young adult who was struggling with a lot of digestion issues, and she was a very different case. In spite of all her reports being fine, she was having a lot of burping issues continuously for 5 hours,
yeah,
which would give her a lot of fatigue. So
yeah,
when you heard me out, and I still remember the day you told me you'll be traveling, but
yeah,
after hearing my case, you said I will definitely look into it because she's a young adult and I needed immediate help. It was really kind of you,
yeah.
to have. You heard my entire case. You helped me all through it. And basically, she had a burping issue, which would go on and on for 5 hours,
Yeah, I
which was
remember you said she was
uncontrollable.
burping like 500 times a day, right? Is that number right?
Absolutely. And she had to be given IV injections to control the burping.
Yeah,
That's when I got in touch with you, and you had started her on a plan where you gave her a certain diet, and you
yeah,
gave me a lot of supplements. You had said no actual medication, but
yeah,
supplements with help.
yeah,
And for every product that would suit her gut, you sent me a link. It
yeah.
was so supportive from your side. My experience with you and your team was extremely fabulous.
I'm so
And the best part was that even the smallest of question, can she have sambar, can she have dosa, can she have bhel at any hour of the day, that I have full regards for you and your entire team. You guys have been like my savior.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I will be very honest. Nuria was very touched when I heard you the first time about what Zara
Yeah,
was going through, and it's really like I was telling my colleague that this is something we need to take very seriously because her
yeah,
boards are coming up, and she's in this state where she's not even ready to appear for her boards, and she needs to be looked into. And I remember telling you
absolutely.
that, I think her sympathetic nervous system was so strongly activated, like she was so tremendously under stress that had to be
Yeah,
looked into simultaneously with her diet, to calm down her
absolutely.
entire gut, entire mind, her vagus nerve. We worked on literally so many things with supplementation and
Yeah, but it was it was
probably.
a total support, and I thank God for having you in my life,
Yeah,
because you were a
I'm
total
so
support system.
happy. Yeah, yeah, I'm
And
so
even
happy.
the smallest question, even as I'm sure you have so many cases and you deal with so much, but even the smallest question from my side would be answered within, like, not even 15 minutes on WhatsApp. Your concern for Zara
Yeah,
was amazing. And I like
yeah.
you said, she was a rare case,
She was a
having
very rare
such
case.
a
I think this was the most complicated case for us also. Because 500
yeah.
times burping in a day is unheard of. And that too in a child. It was,
And that too at like middle of the night, like, she would start, and then she would have so much of fatigue that the next day she couldn't even, like, function well, and the boards coming up.
yeah,
And even even the coordination of the smallest of supplements, which you had told me, and I couldn't get it.
yeah,
You would immediately replace it. You would say, no, if you're not getting this, you get that. But generally, when you get in touch with these nutritionists and all, they take time to answer your questions. But
yeah,
your support for me and Zara was amazing. you
yeah,
know
yeah.
I have spoken about you to so many people
Yay.
that I just personally feel that, no, so honestly, people have a lot of gut issues, but not at such a young age.
Yeah,
But
she
the
was
way you
very young.
dealt with it,
Yeah, yeah,
the way you dealt with my mental health as well being
yeah,
affected,
yeah.
to
You were
calm
very
me down.
stressed as
And
well.
I was difficult too, I think, with you.
No,
But
you
your
weren't difficult
support
at
has been.
all. But you were just very stressed for yourself.
Yeah, and within just 2 months of your entire, your supplements, your cooperation, your the gut issues, everything, touch wood, she has settled beautifully. And I still remember when you told me one thing: she's a young adult, and I will get her back to eating everything. She
Yeah,
doesn't have to be weak. She doesn't have to leave and be deprived of anything. That
yeah.
was something which had touched my heart, because
And
after honestly, honestly, after your journey with me was over, I mean, you were not like, okay, fine, her burping has stopped. Now you need to stop, but you said, I'm going to get her back to everything. I'm going to get her back to her normal life, which meant a lot to me.
Yeah. I'm
Probably
so
also
glad.
because of her age. You were very worried because she was a young adult.
A lot of young adults have started coming, Noori, and it's very heartbreaking to see what they're dealing with at this age. It's just not nice to see them suffering, I mean,
Absolutely.
at this
Absolutely.
age, they shouldn't be going through all this for sure. But tell me, how is Zara doing now? What's the state?
She's touched wood.
She did give her boards, right? Eventually.
She did give her bows, and she is back to eating her cheese once a week. She's back to her Maggi noodles, which was like a total no for 2 months, I mean, and I still remember days when you've told me that anything new that you started in the day, not at night.
Yeah.
And then you would, then I would get a message from your team, how is she tolerating it? So the personal touch was real. It really meant a lot, Smriti. It really meant a lot.
I'm so
there are very few nutritionists or dietitians which actually do that for you.
Yeah.
So at any point and every point, and your concern about her health, that is she doing fine? Is she able to tolerate it? Have you managed the supplements? You haven't. We can replace it with this. We can replace this. Like everything, you were just amazing. So my personal experience with you was fabulous.
So nice, Noori, for you to say this. But I'm more happy
definitely going to post it. I'm definitely going to post it on my Insta as well, because people who actually deal with gut issues know exactly what they go through.
Yeah. For really terrible times.
For the rest of the world, it's like, it's okay, the indigestion problem here. They just have just one word to say. But people actually who go through it realize what exactly it is.
Yeah, it was terrible. And Hadara's case, I think, was really terrible. Because not being able to eat anything, fatigue, I don't know, so much she was dealing with at that time. Fear of boards, how she'll be able to sit for boards. I think that was something that really had to be looked at.
Absolutely.
But I'm really, really happy we reached here with her, and I hope that she has a.
And thank you so much, Smriti, for one thing which really mattered to me was what you said. Your one sentence I'll always remember, that she has to get back to her normal food. She's a young adult, and we can't be like,
take her off so much, because we had to stop everything for her initially to settle down her system, it was very
absolutely.
And she struggled with eating initially, right? Because we literally took off so much, but then
in fact, initially she was cooperative, but by the end of it, she was fed up of the food. But she was tired. She was tired. I want something else. And then you kept adding more food, which a child would actually require.
Yeah.
Because since everything about it, we had put her off on a lot of food.
A lot of things.
She was on a very restricted diet.
Very restrictive, but that's only for a short while. Once the gut settles, then it's very easy to start adding.
Absolutely.
It just was that period.
Yeah, and it's amazing, Smriti, in a span of 2 months. That's what I've dealt with.
I wasn't sure we'll be able to deal with this in 2 months, but I don't know. It just happened. I think God is very kind. Miracles happen in our job every day,
God is very kind
with us, but everything to do with how the body is. I mean, it's marvelous, to be honest.
Yeah. And you've also been very kind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Working on cases.
Yeah, I'm happy to be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all of this and for this recording as well.
Not at all.
I'm going to share it with my